The Dead Woman's Cry. In the heart of a desolate countryside lay a forgotten village named Willowbrook. It was a place shrouded in mystery, where tales of the supernatural were whispered among the fearful residents. Among the many eerie legends that echoed through the streets, one story sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to listen, a story known as Dead Woman's Cry. Deep within the dense forest surrounding Willowbrook, there stood a dilapidated cabin. Its crooked timbers creaked in the wind, and the faded paint peeled from its decaying walls. Locals believed it to be cursed, for it was said to be the dwelling of a vengeful spirit, an entity that was once a young woman named Eliza. Long ago, Eliza lived in Willowbrook, known for her enchanting beauty and kindness. She was beloved by all, and her presence brought warmth and joy to the village. However, her life was tragically cut short when she fell victim to a sinister plot. One fateful night, a jealous suitor named Thomas, consumed by envy, devised a treacherous plan to possess Eliza for himself. Under the cloak of darkness, he lured her to the cabin in the woods, where he brutally murdered her. Her lifeless body was left abandoned, hidden from the prying eyes of the world. It wasn't long before the villagers discovered Eliza's lifeless form, her pale eyes forever open in a haunting gaze. Their grief and sorrow turned to rage, and they hunted down Thomas, vowing to exact justice for their fallen angel. But Thomas managed to evade capture, disappearing into the shadows, never to be seen again. From that day forth, a terrifying legend emerged. It was said that Eliza's spirit remained trapped in the cabin, her tormented soul forever crying out for justice. The sound of her mournful wails echoed through the forest, a bone-chilling reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded. As the years passed, Willowbrook fell into decline, its population dwindling as fear gripped the hearts of the inhabitants. Whispers of the dead woman's cry spread far and wide, reaching the ears of those brave enough to venture near. Thrill seekers, skeptics, and the foolish dared to investigate the legend, seeking proof of the supernatural. One autumn evening, a young couple named Emily and David arrived in Willowbrook. Drawn by the macabre tales that swirled around the village, they decided to explore the mysteries that lay within. Armed with curiosity and a sense of adventure, they set out into the darkness, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Following the rumors, Emily and David ventured into the depths of the forest, their flashlights cutting through the suffocating blackness. The chilling wind whispered through the trees, and the distant sound of the dead woman's cry seemed to call to them. Goosebumps formed on their skin, but their determination pushed them forward. They arrived at the cabin, a sinister silhouette against the moonlit sky. The door creaked open, revealing a forsaken interior filled with broken furniture and a heavy atmosphere of despair. With every step they took, the cabin seemed to come alive, as if it were breathing with the spirit of Eliza. In a room choked with darkness, Emily stumbled upon an old diary hidden beneath a rotting floorboard. Intrigued, she dusted off its covers and began reading the words of a tormented soul. The diary belonged to Eliza herself, chronicling the joy and love she once knew, before descending into the depths of despair. As Emily read, the room grew colder, and a shadowy figure appeared in the corner. It was Thomas, the jealous suitor who had taken Eliza's life. His eyes burned with hatred as he lunged toward the couple, his ghostly form emanating a malevolent energy. Emily and David screamed, their terror reaching a crescendo as they realized their fate. But just as Thomas was about to deliver his final blow, Eliza's spirit materialized before him. Her ethereal form glowed with an otherworldly light, her voice filled with anguish and rage. With a single, powerful scream, she banished Thomas back into the darkness, condemning him to an eternity of torment. Emily and David, frozen in fear, watched as Eliza's spirit turned toward them. In her eyes, they saw a mixture of longing and sorrow. They understood that she could never find peace until justice was served. With one final cry, Eliza's spirit dissipated into the night, leaving the young couple trembling and forever changed. As Emily and David fled from the cabin, they knew the horrors they had witnessed would haunt them for the rest of their lives. They realized that some stories should remain untold, and that the pursuit of curiosity can lead to unimaginable horrors. The dead woman's cry would forever resonate in their nightmares, a reminder of the supernatural forces that lurk in the darkest corners of our world. And so, the legend of the dead woman's cry continued to be whispered among the villagers of Willowbrook. The cabin remained a place of darkness, its secrets hidden within its decaying walls. And those who dared to seek it out would forever be tormented by the vengeful spirit of Eliza, a reminder that some sins can never be forgotten, and some curses can never be lifted.